Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again, it is showtime. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. This is Stars Reach, or will be shortly. They did a complete wipe 2 days ago, I think. And I'm going to go through the entire new player experience and see how that goes. I'm going to enjoy savoring my adult leisure beverages as well. Yes, show me the way. We tribes of humanity ruined our homeworlds. Some of us blew ourselves up. Some unleashed bioengineered plagues, destroyed our climates, not hearing having any sound, or let AI go rogue in a dozen different dooms. Then the servitors came from interstellar space. They're angels. Except they've got red lights, so maybe they're evil. And an ancient bargain meant that they had to save our species. Yeah, the red light gives them an evil look. Probably should have gone with blue if they're supposed to be good guys. They took some of us. Oh, dear. They put us in stasis. Corpsicles. They called us wayfarers. We traveled countless light years past alien dangers to a terraformed part of the galaxy. They called it the Garden of Eden. Whoosh, we're flying. We will never go back home. Oh, that's a little dark. Dark turn there. We awaken as immigrants on the moon called Haven, where we can given the stars. But something is very wrong. Of course it is. Don't remember this. Okay, something's very wrong. Do I have to click continue, or you just going to, okay, we'll click. Greetings, human. Do not be alarmed by your lack of vision. You were struck by cosmic rays when departing the heliopause from your home system. We apologize, but you melted. I'm going to scream internally in horror. This has not changed. We are happy to offer you a complimentary rebuild of your genetic structure. Kindly identify which human species most resembles that which you looked like before you were here. Scream internally. Before you were goo. Sorry. In horror. All right. This is my head. There are many like it, but this one is mine. That's a really slow turning mechanism. That's really slow. Terran Squatchy. Oh, I'm leaning Squatchy already. Gerton. Yeah. Elione. Huh. No, I think I'm going to be a Squatchy. Can't tell you why. Head. Well, I have an enormous head. I'm Shrek suddenly. Let's make ourselves a little less Shreky. Cranium. I got a big melon. A big melon. Ears. We'll shrink the ears a little. Forehead. Tilt. Yeah, low brow. Definitely low brow. Width. Can't. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Eyebrows. Oh, I look like I'm sad. Size. I've got big eyes just for you. Space. Oh, very wide. Depth. They're more protected inside, underneath my massive brow position. Downcast. I'm sad. Didn't we cover that? Oh, I'm so sad. Cheekbones. Nose. Well, I do want one. That's not, that's kind of an ugly nose that my species has here. I don't think anything's going to help that nose, frankly. I have delicate nostrils, you know. Cheeks. Mouth. Lots of decisions here. Let's say upper lip, lower lip. Jaw. Okay, lots of options. Within each option, not a lot of options, but type. Oh, I am most assuredly a chunky boy. TBD ears. Oh, that's terrifying. Hair, none, please, but the pompadour's not bad. We'll come back here. Do we have a hair color? I don't see a hair color anywhere. Oh, in which case we're going none because, hey, look. None. Oh, no, I have eyebrows. They're just shaped. Or are they bushy? Are they thick? No, they're shaped. I have shapely ones. Basic eyelashes. Oh, look. Facial hair. Santa beard. Doesn't Santa have a mustache? Most of the time, Santa has a mustache, I think. Teeth. Small teeth. Oh, no. Fangs. I'm not a fangs kind of guy. Undershirt. Basic underwear top. Coat. Flight jacket. Underwear. Basic underwear bottom. I have a basic bottom. Here we go again. It's just me. Lens. While you were goo, you lost your mental and physical qualities, but we can fix that. Pretend you're in one of those games you humans like to play. Allocate points. Don't worry. You're still you. I'm going to scream internally in confusion. Hey, Lone Star Wolf. All right, this is new, I think. Health determines how much damage your body can take before you die. Stamina is used for feats of physical activity. Focus is used by engaging in mental activities, special attacks, crafting, healing, and so on. Well, I think I'm going to go health and focus, which I assume just means I move like here. A little more stamina, probably. Let's see. How about 2,750? There we go. I am very focused and reasonably healthy. Balanced, durable, energetic, composed. Wow, you can't go much further than I went, but I'm fine with that. Ooh, advanced mode. Oh, look at all those numbers. And this is a straight rip from Star Wars Galaxies. By the way, the lead designer of this is the lead designer for Star Wars Galaxies. They had the health, action, and mind system. So here they're breaking up each of these three into 3 subunits. Your mileage may vary. My mental capacity, well, you know, it's quite high. Because I'm smart. Seriously. Well, okay, well, I used to be. I used to be pretty smart. Not so much anymore. Good evening, Lone Star Wolf. Will not boot up your new embodiment. It will hurt. Welcome to the garden, Wayfarer. Speak to your local TPL representative for further instructions. Obey all servitor interdicts under penalty of molecular disassembly. I would not appreciate my work being wasted. I open my eyes. So if you're not familiar with Star's Reach, it is the spiritual successor to Star Wars Galaxies without the Star Wars. And G is continue. Commencement successful. Welcome to Haven. It seems to be in a state of disrepair, which is standard for humanoids. Make your way to the local mayor and get the tools you need to explore the gallery. Gallery? Right, camera zoom. It works. Reticle toggle, fixed versus free. Right. That was done with Alt in Star Wars Galaxy. Camera move, hold and drag, right? Move, WASD, right. Where's the freaking settings? There we are. Why am I not getting audio? No wars, but yeah, exactly. Don't know why it was on mute. Now we should actually have sound. Let me double check that. Yeah, we got sound. Not much, but we do have sound. Okay. I have to duck. And cover. So the game just had a wipe. I kickstarted it, I don't know, 6, 8, maybe 10 months ago. My brain is no longer good at parsing out how much time has passed. For instance, I just realized by checking my information for Aethys, it was only 4 months ago I was playing Aethys. Felt like 6, like I'd played it in January, but no, of course not. I have crouched. What next? Presumably we climb. Climbing and stamina. Not a great animation. Speak with Mayor Bob Howard. Really? We're in space. Hi, Lens. How are things going? Well, you know. Welcome to Haven. Here's your Galactopedia. Open it to make sure it works. Okay. There's my Galactopedia. Welcome to Haven. Galactopedia updates with useful information as you explore the garden. Basics, we have skill trees, radical information, rough terrain, trading, combat info, lore, survival. Mark all as read, please. Thank you. Audio. Now I can actually hear. Use L to open my mission tab. The mission tab tracks missions you've been assigned as well as educational challenges created by the TPL. Summer's flying by. Summer just started less than a month ago, and football season, yeah, it's about a month away. Unless you mean football, in which case there's just one game left. Here's the rest of your starting gear. I've acquired my starting tools. Press I. Drag tools from your backpack to slots 1 through 5 on your tool belt. Can we move this? No. Why can we not move this? All interface windows should be movable. Thank you. Let's see. Tool, 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 tool. I've been called worse, I'll have you know. Grapple. Pulse. Belt unit shoots out. Why did it not go? Why is it not going? Drag tools to slots on your tool belt. Is this not my tool belt? Is this not my beautiful house? This is a weapon, presumably? It's a pistol, 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 tool, tool. Is it considered a tool? It is considered a tool. The grapple is not considered a tool, evidently. I don't know why. Maybe it's mobility instead of a tool. No, perhaps it is utility instead of a tool. Come on, guys, you've got to allow... There we go. You can't have windows that are blocking stuff. Before you go... before I give you your starship key and let you leave Haven, starships weren't in the game previously, I'm going to ask you to help us rebuild from an encounter with a corruption. I'll add some missions to your missions tab, help these 3 people, and then I'll let you get into the rest of the galaxy. Okay. Speak with Brunsa. Pardon me. I must sip. Another player. Hello, Brunsa. It's a wild world out there. What can I do for you? When the corruption attacked, all our survey nodes went down, so our maps have gone static. They've all gone to static. Maps should be static because things shouldn't change. They're maps of the world the way it is. Use your Pathfinder to give us a head start on getting our maps back online. All right, the Pathfinder is on 3. Help Brunsa update Haven's maps. Your Beefinder beeps while it's out, leading you to hidden survey nodes. When a node appears, use a Pathfinder to collect it. 60 XP in pathfinding. Now that you've collected a survey node, your map has been updated. Open and view your map. You can use your map to narrow down the position of undiscovered survey nodes. Select a total of 3. Collect a total of 3. So this is where we currently are. Backpedaling is a useful tool while in combat. Yeah, I always thought that was kind of dumb. That isn't actually the way combat works, except in games. University, it looks like a tree. Stand still to scan. Do we have another? Is it E to scan? Need to unlock local waypoint. Okay. L, survey more. That's the quest, right? I have the Pathfinder out. Scanning. Okay. Signal weak. Is it in what direction? Stand still to scan. Oh. It's the sound. I've got to turn the audio up. Maybe not quite that high. Like that's from 90 to 100. Basically from 0 to 90 was almost nothing, but 90 to 100 is causing my ears to bleed. Oh, I saw a little red dot. Establishing signal direction, scanning. I don't know how this interface is supposed to be working. Well, if it's in there, I can't get in there, so yeah, that's not helpful. That display is... Okay, that's very quiet, so... is not helpful at all. If it's supposed to be providing any useful feedback, it ain't. That red flickering means nothing. If it's supposed to give some kind of meaning, it's not working. There's a critter somewhere. That's a new display. Yeah, that's got nothing useful for me. Scanning. Signal weak. Scanning. Signal weak. Signal weak. You know, weak is a useless term. Give me a goddamn number. It's a deer. What the hell is that? The deer is attacking me. I have got to say, so far, it seems like the game is in much worse shape than it was previously. Well, I killed it. I'm so far very disappointed with the state of the game. Signal locking. It says locking. Am I headed in the correct direction now? It's getting louder. Getting louder. There it is. Hey, we found a second one. One thing I've had a problem with in this game ever since the game launched is the animal hostility is set ludicrously high for a game where the combat is still not very well implemented at all. Locking. There should be very, very little combat. It has been incredibly disruptive when I'm trying to play and do some advancement in some part of the game, and I'm constantly getting attacked by vast numbers of mobs that are incredibly overpowered. Locking. Can't walk through bushes. Oh, there it is. Thanks a bunch, Lens. A few more volunteers like you and our maps will be fully back online. Gotta have those vicious, overpowered deer, but they taste good. You know, I've only had venison a couple of times, and I don't really remember much about it. I remember much more about the moose and elk jerky I had about 45 years ago than any time I've had. I have helped Brunsa. I have to speak with Gagrum. Alright, where's Gagrum? I have equipped my pulsar again. The inability to scroll makes this map not especially helpful. Also, no compass rose. Alright, he presumably is in that building. Gagrum. Nice hair. All this rebuilding is hungry work, and most of our crops got corrupted. Bring me a mushroom skewer and a meat kebab, and we'll keep the citizens of Haven going. In other words, he wants me to get him lunch. Make a bunch of meat kebabs, you'll need to gather 10 of the same type of meat. Okay. Equip and unholster my harvester. He wants deer. Well, make a batch of mushroom skewers, you'll need to gather 10 of the same type of mushroom. Apparently he wants mushrooms. Ew. All right, so we're looking for mushrooms. Those don't look like mushrooms. That looks like mushrooms. Amanita. I have a Guild Wars 2 character named Amanita. Amanita the Amusing. So, we currently have 7 chunks of Amanita. Alright, can't be harvested yet. It needs to mature. Well, I don't know about needing to mature. I never have. Puts finger in nose, thereby proving his case. More Amanita chunks. And while we're here, we'll also grab some bigger honkinger. We have 12 Amanita chunks and Amanita stock. All right, now we have to craft a mushroom skewer. How does one make a mushroom skewer? He asks. Yep, that's the cue. Help Gungam replenish. Okay, is there a cooking thing somewhere? Good Leaf Eatery. Perhaps in here we might find a place where we could cook. Or not. So you want to learn how to cook? Sounds good to me. Why should we mature? That is no fun. I couldn't agree more, hence me putting my finger in my nose. Bath. In fact, let's go with 2 fingers in 2 different nostrils. Oh, I'm sorry, I shot him again. He doesn't want to talk to me. Craft a mushroom skewer. Okay, how about we check the controls? Equip tool, next, tool menu, skill 1, consumable menu, open, close, inventory, open skills menu, K, check K. Skills, lots of skills in the game. This is where it really is sort of inspired by Star Wars Galaxies. The skills were less cascading, less tiers in Star Wars Galaxies, but they were varied. So you can see botany here alone. Looks like there's what, a dozen or more, 15 professions, and lots of advancement in most of them, and over time the intent is to have them all grow significantly. Missions. Right. I have got to craft the mushroom, or is it, aha! Aha! He says. You can tell I was saying it because my mouth was moving. Using a crafting station. How about mushroom skewer? I need 10 fungus. Do I not have that? Ah, there we go. 10 out of 10 fungus. Craft. I have made a mushroom skewer. I am Chef Lens. Although I would never eat mushroom skewer. I hate mushrooms. Really do. Genuinely. Do I have to make more? No. Oh, I have to hunt critters to get meat. Do I not have enough meat for meat kebabs? I killed a couple of deer. Meat kebabs. Do I have enough meat? I do not have enough meat. I don't think. I have 4 meat. I have 4 raw herbivore meat. You'll also note, or possibly not, those are the statistics on the raw meat itself. I don't remember exactly what these stand for. In Star Wars Galaxies, there were like 14 different things that a material could have. Now, not every material had every statistic assigned to it. For instance, herbivore meat wouldn't have conductivity, but copper would. And so, because these values would change over time, you could make much higher quality things with much higher quality ingredients. And so that was where the market kind of lived, is every 2 weeks or so, some materials in the world would vanish and new ones would come in. And so over time, there were wide varieties of materials, raw materials, with varying stats. And if you could find the right materials with the right stats, you could literally make a gun better than anybody else in the freaking galaxy. The crafting system in Star Wars Galaxies was unrivaled. I have to find some more critters to hunt. I got nothing from that harvest except some XP. I have no idea what that actually is, but it's Haven Campanula. Don't know, but it's worth XP. Those are probably used as like construction materials. Let's pull out our gun so we're ready when we run into a critter. That's another player, I think. All right, we need herbivores so we can get herbivore meat. I see a bunny, I see a deer. And I see a metal rotating object. I blew up the deer. Okay. Jackalope. And a deer. Who are attacking me relentlessly. That's a maker. Let's see where we are now. We have only 6 meat. I'm not sure why so little. You know, it's a good thing on Earth that the deer aren't this hostile. We're at 8. We need 2 more herbivore meat. Well, look, bunnies. Well, jackalopes. Dead jackalope. Dead jackalope. It now says I have 12. 18. So those deer were dropping like 1 each, and the rabbits dropped 5 each, 6 and 4. Oh. Good leaf eatery. Well, I am making leaves with meat. I hit G. Try it again. Okay. A meat kebab. We have 22. Let's craft. Give 1 mushroom and 1 meat kebab. You can keep the extras for yourself. Well, then we'll make an extra. Let's see. Select all. And... oh, accept. And... select 5. I said 5. Don't get greedy. Offer contains unrequested items. No, it doesn't. Okay, do we have to do them separately? How about we try 5 meat kebabs first, huh? I said 5. This will pull back your offer. Set offer. Trade. Click to set your offer. Both sides must set their offers. Drag items here to make them part of your offer to Gargo. Offer contains extra or unrequested items. Said 1 of each? Oh, okay, well, we'll try that then. Oh, I think you might be right. You may very well be right. How dare you understand things better than me? Don't you know who I am? I'm famous. 1 and 1. Dr. Pepper Gaming 13 is entirely correct. I look like a mad scientist. My character looks like a mad scientist. He's as much like me as I could make him look. So you're saying that I look like a mad scientist. And thank you. And also thank you for helping me out with the math, where 1 is equal to 1, not 5. A lot of things across the world. Okay, I couldn't read that Gagrum. Gagrum with a spoon. The famous deer and jackalope slayer, sir. Go to Crucible and speak with Clint Rockford. Well, I gotta say, Clint Rockford has a far manlier name than Gagrum. Or the mayor, whatever the hell kind of name that was. Bob Bobson. And we're going to slay more mushrooms. If they give me any crap, yeah. Yeah, I will. I will even resist the urge to say they don't leave much room for negotiation. Or I will also not make any jokes about what a fun guy I am. I'm supposed to be here. 2 plus 2 does, in fact, equal 5 if you've suffered a recent head trauma. Departure to Crucible. Go to Crucible. Well, I'm standing on the thing. What am I supposed to do on the thing? Oh, 10 seconds. Good evening, Dark Machinist. To your health. And the imminent destruction of my own. Welcome to Crucible. Oh yeah, it's nice. Ish. Pretty red. Help Clint Rockford stock Haven's building. And where's Clint Rockford? Oh. I gotta say, Clint Rockford is a way manlier name than the other guys had. Ready to drink canned cocktail, banana mudslide. Pretty good. I don't know. I mean, I've had mudslides. I'd have to try the banana. Banana's sort of hit or miss. Some things with the banana I just absolutely love, if you've ever had Bananas Foster. But other things with banana just don't work for me. But I would be willing to try it because it has alcohol. Faint banana flavor. Clint, dude, I hate to tell you this, your business, but maybe a little HVAC. Now, you see, now banana and chocolate is definitely much more likely to be a combo. I've gone to the Crucible. Let's speak with him. Hi, Clint. Banana and coffee? I'm a little less likely, but I'm definitely giving it a shot. By the way, if you've never had Bananas Foster, holy fucking shit. Bananas, vanilla ice cream, I think, and then flaming rum syrup, I think. Can't remember. The bananas cooked in the syrup, in the flaming syrup. Or... Also, there's banana fritters. Banana fritters are incredible. Yeah, look up Bananas Foster. They're amazing. Banana fritters, incredible too. So yeah, bananas really hit or miss. When they're good and in exactly the right dish, I freaking love them. In other things, I'm lukewarm at best. Here we'll begin. Glad you're here, Lens. We burned through our resource stockpile. We need more pyroxene to keep building. Well, you can't build nice places without pyroxene. Everyone knows that. We can make special building blocks using pyroxene. So if you can bring me 5 pyroxene, I can do the rest. Equip and unholster your terraformer. Oh, I'm going to unholster my terraformer. Hold on. Oh, they mean in-game. Never mind. I've marked a waypoint to a location of pyroxene. Once you reach that location, scan the area for resource by selecting the resource type on your terraformer and using the scan ability. And mine some of the resource and bring it back to me. It's 150 meters away. But I've got short, stumpy little legs. In real life, too. Gotta say, this is a pretty impressive looking landscape. Much more impressive than most of the landscapes in the game previously. So this is an upgrade. Visually, this quite good. Okay, we have the terraformer out. This resource is buried. Select the resource type on your terraformer and then scan. All right, it used to be there would be different keys depending on what you wanted to do. Okay, that's... How do we scan? Oh, there we are. Scan is X. We don't want salt. We're looking for pyroxene. There we go. Okay. They've changed the UI some. We want pyroxene. There we go. We're going to... X or K? I can't read that. X, I think. Evidently not X. E. E, I think. Hey, I scanned. Okay, there it is. Now we dig. We've got some pyroxene. They've definitely improved this function in-game by a lot. That's way, way better implementation than it used to be. Much better. Hey there. The day is treating me okay, and it will be treating me better with every sip. Thank you for asking. I hope your day is going well. Green Hornet, for those who do not know him, is historically a Guild Wars 1 streamer, I believe, but now is also delving deeply into Guild Wars 2 and is planning on doing, I believe the phrase raw was used, a raw run of Crucible of Tears. And my response to his phrasing was that his soul was going to be destroyed. Not a very charitable way of putting it, but also correct. I've done it once, just once, I think. I used the prototype positional rewinder and Iron Maiden's video. For you Guild Wars 2 players, if you're not familiar with Iron Maiden, are you insane? Seriously? Have you suffered a recent head trauma? Had banana cream colada. Yeah, I've had the banana colada type drinks, and those didn't work for me. So, both with the whole banana and the banana liqueur combined with coconut cream, coconut rum, pineapple juice. I love good tropical drinks, though. I will say that. Banana cream pie, but blended up in pineapple juice and rum. Miss TNZ. Hello there. Delicious. Clint Rockford. The Rockford Files. That's an old guy television reference. You kids today, shakes Fisted Cloud. Wounds. I don't have any wounds. Well, I guess I do. I've taken a little bit of wounds. This was a feature, if you'll note, my green bar right over there. There's the green, blue, and yellow. That's health, stamina, and something else. The health is a little bit off. That's because I've taken some damage. And even if you heal the damage, you can take a lot of damage and heal it. You can't heal it all the way up, at least in Star Wars Galaxies you couldn't, without going to a doctor who would be able to raise your health all the way up. And if you took mind damage in the mind pool, you actually would have to go to an entertainer. So you'd go to a cantina and you'd watch the entertainers basically to relax and get your mental stamina back. And a Simpsons reference, was it? If it was intentional. I have watched very little of The Simpsons. So either it's a shared reference I have with The Simpsons, or it's a sort of, reflected Simpsons reference. Okay, he wants 5. Do you know how many I have? I have 5. He wanted 5, and this time I'm actually going to get it right. Set my offer. Trade. Perfect. The rebuild will go much smoothly now. Much smoothly. English him good. Now that you've finished helping the people of Haven, return to Mayor Bob Howard. Okay. Really, Bob Howard. It's like they went out of their way to pick the boringest name they could possibly come up with. Successfully, I'll give them that. I can't see shit, Cotton. I don't remember being able to climb on things previously. We'll just stand right here. Yes, the old man shakes fist at cloud. That one is definitely a Simpsons reference. Watch a stripper and she heals you. Awesome. Well, they wanted the social element into the game. And it was to everyone's advantage, and the fact is, it worked. It worked really well. There were people who did nothing but have an entertainer and dance in the cantinas and chat with people, healing up their mental damage and getting tipped. For a lot of, let's say WoW players, which most of us were at one time or another, it's about kill mob, get loot, do quest, get loot. Level up, more loot, more mob. Star Wars Galaxies, there were players who did nothing but craft, did nothing but entertain. And it actually was an amazing experience at the launch, the initial version. It had its problems, significant ones, but a lot of amazing stuff came out of it. And it had the best harvesting and crafting system any game has ever had. any game. However, Dr. Pepper Gaming, you are entirely correct that, yeah, basically watching, a stripper with the head tickles. Yeah. Basically, there were 35, I think, separate skill trees, and you could mix and match them in any way you wanted. Up to a certain limit. You had a certain number of skill points, and you could mix and match them literally any way you wanted. You could be a doctor and a dancer. You could be a bounty hunter and a creature handler. Anything you wanted. That was one of the great things, and that's when they made their huge change to the game and went with classes. To most of the original players, that's when the game went, we'll be generous, south. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Lance. How's it going?
Hi, Bob. Thank you, Lance. I can't overstate how much your help means to us. Almost nothing at all. As Mayor of Haven, I'm awarding you the title of Journeyer. Journeyer? Is that really a good... is that good English? Do they use different English in the future? I'm also giving you your starship key so that you can take the portal to space. The final frontier, you know. The nearby portal will be open for you now, and it will take you to the TPL starbase, and from there, well, the path you make through the stars is yours to determine. This portal is a one-way conduit, so let me say that it's been a great pleasure counting you among our numbers for a brief time. Good luck, Lance. Do well, be strong, get the hell out. Your journey is journeyer than... That actually sounds about right. Yeah. I don't think journeyer is a word. I mean, the obvious analog is journeyman, but that means someone who is experienced, usually at a craft or trade. So maybe journeyer is just not a good word. But I'm a recruit no more. Say to hell in a handbag or basket. Hell in a hand basket actually is the one I normally use. There's Wit. That's another player, by the way. He's not nearly as handsome as I am. Where am I supposed to be going? Is it through the gate? Behind Bob? Oh, it says, it's clearly labeled space. Pardon me. Believing what? Badoop. Congratulations on your arrival, Traveler. See, Traveler works, although Traveler is also a name of a science fiction role-playing game. They came out shortly after Dungeons and Dragons did. I would say 79 or 80. It also had 3 booklets and came in a really cool black box with red accents. It was by Game Designers Workshop, and I played a whole shitload of Traveler. Also, even more Dungeons and Dragons, obviously. Please exit the garden into the central hub of the starbase. There, look for a balcony to your right with the mission kiosk. Picking a few missions is a great way to get your feet wet. Give it a try.
But, I don't want my feet wet. They make my boots squishy.
Well, here we are. We're in space, guys. Look, you can tell because of the way it is. Let's see. Missions. Are they nocturnal missions? I can't help myself. Sometimes I am just 12. Which world would you like to view missions for? What do you think, guys? Veloglass 4, Agelito, or Tyra Stag? Tyra Stag, it reminds me of Tyra Banks, so let's not go there. Agelito makes it sound very small, like it's a small Aduli. How about Veloglass 4? Easy. Kill a pathetic flying fish for 123 Klaatuus. By the way, extra points for anyone who knows where Klaatu comes from. And the correct answer is not Army of Darkness. Medkit, harvest a local plant. Well, we'll go ahead. We'll kill a pathetic flying fish. And they're all pretty pathetic, okay? And we'll harvest a local plant. And we don't have the tool needed for those. And apparently there's probably difficulties. So I probably have like a difficulty 1 or difficulty 2, and you're limited to difficulty 3. And these are probably like difficulty 2s, I'm guessing. So how about a survey node? That gives us one of 3 different kinds. I have 3 quests. All right. I want the class to discuss amongst yourselves. Oops, wrong button. Right button. This button, terrifying. This button, much less scary. Be right back. Now, by the way, that's just the first one of these. And I'm kind of blabby already. Imagine me with 4 of these. Or 10 of these. And he's back. Came from an awesome movie called The Day the Earth Stood Still. I hope when you say it's an awesome movie, you are talking about the original one with Michael Rennie and not the one with Keanu Reeves. All right. 660 meters away. Let's see if we can. And you are correct. This is the lounge. The tool shop. Wait, is that a shop where you buy tools or a shop for tools? Because I'm a tool, so I think I can shop here. And I have not enough Clatus. Yes, the original with Michael Rennie is a classic of science fiction. The remake... with John Wick... All right, that guy's using his grappling, which I haven't used yet. Where are we headed again? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Over there. I can fly through space and apparently don't have to breathe, which is a good thing for me anyway. That's the wrong button. Can't you breathe in deep space? Never seen the one with Reeves? It's bad. It did not. You can make a respectful remake of, of what would be considered a old school classic. And it doesn't necessarily have to be good as long as it's respectful. I didn't even think it was respectful of the original.
a lot of the time, if I'm referring to a movie, I would suggest someone go track it down. Not that one. I would suggest, not that. Yeah, that. I would suggest people track down this. The Three Musketeers. Michael York, Charlton Heston, Christopher Lee, Oliver Reed, Raquel Welch, a non-stop list and a genuine classic. Funny as hell and great adventure. The sequel, The Four Musketeers, almost as good. Now, of course, the thing about it is that it caused something of a hubbub in Hollywood because they were filmed as one movie and they were paid for one movie, but it was released as two movies. All right, we're going to get teleported now to another planet. At least I hope so. Superman, no one replaces Christopher Reeves. You see, I don't hold the Christopher Reeves one in that high acclaim. I thought Christopher Reeves was fine in it, but I thought the movie was oftentimes idiotic. Whichever one it was that he stops the Earth and makes it spin backwards so it goes back in time. No, even the comic books don't get that stupid. What do we have? We have 3 quests. I see, presumably that's the kill something. That's the other something. Where's the third one? No, I don't see it anywhere. Well, we'll head for these. I thought Cavill was very good as Superman, and those movies had very good things and also very unfortunate things. Oh, there's the other thing we need. Don't remember. That's not the shooty. That's got to be, well, one of the other 2 things. I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa. No, I'm not. Spider prepares a large attack. Well, I'm running away, aren't I? Underwater spiders, that's unnecessary. Alright, we killed a spider, possibly 2. Raw insect meat, just like Mom used to make. Oh, that's a flying fish. That's what I'm supposed to kill. Another player. I have killed the flying fish. Oh, I see. That's the world boss, as it were. The dreaded Exenkerthal tick. Who gives a flying fish? Exactly. Crabs! We've got crabs! The combat feels a little better than it previously did, but not much. I still don't think that combat should be this important a part of the game yet. That right now, the game is. We're trying to get the rest of the game playable, and I'd really like the improvements in the landscaping. It looks a lot better. All right, what is this now? Is everyone shooting stuff at me, or are you all done shooting stuff at me now? I hope. Medicine for that condition? Modern medicine. That stuff never works. All right, which other quests do we... Not J, it's L. Harvest a local plant. Survey a survey. No. Okay, surveying. Surveying is Pathfinder. It's got to be close. There it is. I'm climbing. I'm climbing. Where did it go? Okay, it's back. I got it. That's 2 down. I look a little bit like a gorilla hanging on, don't I? Well, we can't have that. Oh, wait. I am kind of a gorilla. All right, we'll go back with the weapon because spiders and shit. You know, if I ever actually ran into a spider that big, although these are 6-legged, so maybe they're just creepier looking crabs, I would peel myself off the ceiling. Something's shooting at me. Harvester, how about... Oh my god, lupins? There's a Monty Python bit about lupins, okay? Not sure what I was supposed to do for the last quest yet. We'll check that in a minute. As soon as we kill this crab, which was apparent preparing its large attack, possibly comparing it. It's one. The cow is preparing a large attack. Now it's not. Apparently, space cows can shoot energy beams. We have another space cow coming for me. It's not a very good shot. It's shooting it right into the ground in front of it. It's so hard to get good help these days. Harvest a local plant. Harvest the marked Ember Bloom torch. If it's damaged or destroyed, you may need to leave the mission area and then return. Okay, there. That's on the map now, I think. So parts of this are definitely feeling better. The combat's feeling a little better than it was previously. I think graphically the game looks way better. The things like terrain and stuff look better. The plant life looks significantly better. Not great, but better. People, by the way, all of this stuff where things have been dug away, that's been done by people looking for something specific. That's my Ember Bloom torch. I have 3 missions complete. Ha ha! I am a missioning machine. So, as any of you regulars would know, I've been playing a lot of Aethys until I finished the game off. That's my second playthrough. I finished last night. I did play some more, though. I now have, I believe, 29 out of the 30 Steam achievements. I need another, like, 280 or something cooking. I need to do cook another like 280 food. Hey, I've got an idea. I'm going to space. Lens in space. I'm trying to move. It's freaking out. It's not me. Wow, okay. It's still freaking out. I'm trying to... I'm going to quit because that is going to... I don't have epilepsy, and that's still going to give me a grand mal seizure. I will restart the game. Flashbang! So it's not just my screen flickering. It's actually the background flickering because I can see it. There we are. Bong! Lens is in deep space. Ain't that the truth? Okay, I'm standing in space. That's where I just left. Good. And that's a boss. At least the flickering is gone. So we got 3 missions to turn in. Something like 600 or 700 Klatus. Graphically, I would say the game looks significantly better. Animations are still pretty clunky, both for people and critters. That's a ball hog. It's going to come shooting at me. Looks like it is. Well, I hit it. No, that's another player out there shooting it. So that's what the ball hog is doing. Yeah, but I'm helping. I finished it off. I am a kill-stealing bastard, although he got all the loot. Honey, I'm home. The game has a complete housing, both construction system and Star Wars Galaxies had one of the original great housing systems in MMOs. So my wounded state has been fixed. Let's complete this for 123 Klatus. 199 Klatus, and 345, say it with me, Klatus. All right, let's try Agilito. A formidable ball hive. Why would I want to fight a formidable something for less than just about anything? It says it's an easy kill, though. It's tough to understand. Let's harvest a local plant. That doesn't sound too terribly difficult. Find a field recorder? Sure. Survey a survey node? Sure. We're off to Agilito. Yep, we have 3 missions. In what direction are we off to? That's the boss over there. Let's see, tomorrow, I probably won't be streaming, but the new season for Torchlight Infinite starts tomorrow, which has a significant pay-to-win component, but is still a really good ARPG. Next week, I think on the 23rd, so that'd be a week from tomorrow, I think we get the new expansion for Grim Dawn, which I'll be buying and playing, presumably on stream. Something else coming up in the next week or two. Can't remember what. I need to write that kind of thing down. I say, oh, I want to play that in N many days when that comes out. That will be fun. What do we got up there? Ball hives. We're almost there, guys. Welcome to Agilito. Current mayor is Rodney. Population? Rodney. Current edicts, mineral, flora, and fauna? None. So basically, a guy built his own house here, started a town. He's now the mayor of the planet. Seems like a pretty good deal. Well, somebody's shooting something at me. Okay, that did a bunch of damage to me. Fall damage. I didn't know that was a thing. Now I know it's a thing. Here I am in a pit. Hope if I stop climbing, I start regenerating stamina. Nope. I'm likely to fall to my death then, I think. Let's sit here for a moment and see if we... we do regain our stamina. That's good. Not especially quickly, but it does occur. Large falls can injure or kill you, so plan safer routes and look for ways to break your fall. Oh, I broke my fall and my legs. Easy survey a survey node for 159 Klatus. That's what we're currently on. Man, I don't know what's up with the fog. They didn't have the sort of fog effects previously, and I don't particularly like them. This is the Pathfinder. There it is. That's the thingy we're looking for. And I pew it. Alright, that's one. 190 meters away for the next thing. Well, that's fortunate. Uh-huh. There was no way to break that fall. I'm not happy with that particular implementation of game system. If you build in incredible cliffs, there ought to be a way to get down from said incredible cliffs. Is that the one we're looking at right now? No, that's one over there. So then this must be the last one. The local plant. I have played it previously, and some of the there are definitely some improvements. The locations look much better. The fidelity on the terrain and stuff is much higher. The movement still feels clunky, and that's a big one for players, certainly for me. How far away is that one? That one is 209 meters, all right. I know they say they're heading towards, they just had a full wipe, and implemented new systems. I know they're headed towards their early access. I just don't think it's ready yet. At least from what I've seen so far this evening. But they may be stuck for options simply because funding has dried up for so many games in the last 6 to 9 months. So they may have no choice but to try and push through early access. Unfortunately. This is find a field recorder. Enter the mission area. Shouldn't be on Pathfinder or Harvester. Am I supposed to find it? The field recorder that TPL has asked for may be buried or surrounded by dangerous wildlife. Well, let's terraform. Scanning. Should be around here somewhere. So, like a lot of smaller games, especially those that have been kickstarted, say, they're in kind of a do or die situation. I mean, just look at all the MMOs that got shit canned, and ooh, that looks like it. In the last 6 months. Why can I not pick that up? It seems to be floating there. There we go. All right, one to go. So I would say that's my biggest concern, is that because of the market forces, they may be forced to go into early access before they're ready. It's just a really crappy time. Oh, that's that direction. Really crappy time to be in game development right now. I mean, unless you're in management. In which case, what the hell? Just fire a few thousand employees, Microsoft. That $110 billion in profit you made last year, Microsoft, I know you're surviving on beans and rice. So it's totally justified. In fact, maybe just take them out back and shoot them. That'd be cheaper than laying them off. Meanwhile, Microsoft Gollum, oh, I'm sorry, Satya Nutella, I'm sorry, Satya Nadella, chasing artificial intelligence and so afraid he's going to miss out. I got news for you, Gollum. You've already missed out. Don't even... That deer paired half of my life off with one shot from whatever the hell weapon it had. Oh, this one's yellow, so it's going to be tougher. So the deer fire enormous green balls of ouch. Every deer for miles around has decided that I'm the bad guy. They're not wrong. Oh my God, this one's coming. Oh, they are coming in from everywhere. Now this I mentioned earlier that a game like this, where it's not about the combat, there shouldn't be as much combat as there is. Oh, that's right. I've got a buff on me now, so I can like jump like crazy. It's off. And it's off and I fell. Of course I did. The visuals are better, but it doesn't feel like the movement has gotten significantly better. Maybe a little. And I think that's the biggest problem. Have you been playing, Sheloth? I didn't know. Okay, every jackalope on the planet has now declared war on me. Oh, see, this is exactly what I was talking about. This has been my single biggest issue in the game since I first got into it shortly after the Kickstarter. You've got all of these game systems in place. And the combat in the game is ruthlessly brutal and unnecessary. If you can't get to play the other parts of the game because you're constantly getting attacked. Bambi and Thumper at the beginning of the game, now their friends are after you for revenge. Well, yeah, probably better them than Flower, though, right? I do not understand why they have chosen to make combat in this game, at this stage of the game, such an important and unfriendly element in the game. I just don't understand. I've complained about it in every single time I've given them feedback. And it continues to be like this. I'm attacked by every jackalope for miles around and I'm killed. I cannot play the game. I cannot play the other game systems. The combat should be only when you have combat quests does it take you to areas where the mobs are aggressive. It's really not a difficult conceptual design thing. Combat feels clunky. Forcing us to do clunky combat so that we can try and do the rest of the game doesn't help your game, and it doesn't make the player want to keep playing. And everything is hostile here. Everything. Previously in the game, not everything was hostile. Now it just seems like everything aggroes all the time. Okay, that didn't hit me. That wasn't even close to me. And they're about to lose me tonight. I'm about to play something else. I have no idea what, but this right now is... it's like they don't even play it themselves. It's just an act of frustration. I mean, that thing literally didn't hit me. They show a reticle on the ground, and I was outside of it by half the diameter, and it killed me. It just seems like every time I come to the game, this drives me away. Because this is just bad design. And that's the place I'm supposed to go, and it's crawling with the jackalopes. So I can't even get there. I'm not even going to try. I don't know if they've fixed one of my other biggest problems. I will check on that in a sec. Okay, something attacked me. No idea what. But it peeled off 2/3 of my health. Why do you build your test so frustrating? So like the terraformer, where's the empty? I want to see how the empty hopper system works. This has been one of my complaints. It doesn't show you how full it is right now. Q. Okay, it feels better than it was. When I was digging stuff, you fill up your hopper. And there was no way to empty your hopper except what I'm doing right now, manually dumping it out. It feels better, but it's still a terrible implementation. You should just be able to destroy everything that's in your hopper. It's better than it was, but it's still annoying. And now I see all this. This is other people have been emptying their hoppers out. It's a bad design. You have to empty your hopper out because it fills up. And that means that everyone is going to cover the landscape with all of their piles of dirt. And that's going to make it the game look and feel bad. So you need an option to simply destroy everything in the hopper so that you don't get fields of piles of dirt like that. I have no idea what this is. This is do your civic duty. Oh, I'm going to do my duty all right. Give me a moment. I'm going to AFK for a second, refill my cup. You'll note I got my Lego set that I ordered. If you don't recognize it, it's Sauron's helmet. I hope I can wear it, but I doubt it. Yeah, I'm back. See, there he is, right over my shoulder. Sauron. This will be the first Lego I have made in probably 55 years. Would I like to become a citizen? Sure, why not? I'm sure Rodney's a really nice guy. To make it on stream, I would need a second camera to go overhead. And I'd need a big setup to set that up. So I probably won't be doing it on stream. Caesar's got the whole thing kitted up. I think he's also halfway done, he said. Pardon me, I'm going to deep space. It's actually probably a good thing that they were out of Minas Tirith and Barad-dûr. This is much cheaper than either of those, and it'll allow me to find out, hey, do I like Lego? Like I used to when I was a kid, because I was a nut for Legos when I was a kid. They were one of the two reasons. Wait, what? I went to deep space. I went to deep space, guys. One of the two reasons when I was a kid I wanted to be an architect. And the primary reason was the Marin County Civic Center, which was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. Let's see, that one I want to abandon, right? Yeah. It's an incredibly beautiful piece of architecture, and as a little kid, I was just amazed by it. So I wanted to be an architect. And so, given my enjoyment of Legos and how that building inspired me, that's why I wanted to be an architect. I didn't make it. I'm a computer nerd, which is fine. But I never made anything like the Marin County Civic Center. This beautiful sort of shallow dome, and then this long extension with relatively also sort of shallow arches. It's just a beautiful building. Google it. Did we stop? No, we didn't stop. Can we stop? There, we stopped. Yeah, it's just an amazing building. Let's see. You can see it there. It looks like a set from Star Trek. Okay, I'm not moving now. Why am I not moving? I'm moving extraordinarily slowly and not in the direction I'm facing. Why is this? Okay, now is it working? Now are we working again? I think so. Sort of, maybe, kinda. Where's the entrance? It's parts of it of the game definitely feel better than they did the last time I played, but it's still clunky. Pardon? Let's see where we are here. F1. All right, there's our inventory. Filled with crafting materials and miscellaneous body parts. My profile. If I were to say, eat one of these meat kebabs, I'm digesting it. Effect, fed. Source, stomach. Additional health, stamina, and focus. I'm wondering if it lasts for that long, or if it has more effects once it's digested. I guess we'll find out. Collection, minerals assayed, none. Flora, none. Creatures, none. The map, I'm in deep space now, so that doesn't count. Skills. Botany, 206 points. Woo! Combat, 99. 300 points as a ranger. And I don't even have a pet. Botany, farming. All right, so that costs Klatus, and you have to have XP, I think, to get those. I have enough Klatus. I don't have the experience. Botany was 206. So if I had 300 in botany, I could spend 300 Klatus and get forestry or yield. Herbalism's not in yet, nor is foraging. Business, that's all works in progress. That would be for if you set up a store in your house, say, or in some other location. Combat. Not a lot of this is implemented yet. Ranged. Unlock requirements, ready to learn. How do I learn? Is there a trainer I have to go to? Combat 99, so I don't need any, and select to see details. Ready to learn. Well, where do I learn? View details. Click and drag. I don't know. Do I already have that? Maybe I already have that. No, I don't think so. I already have combat. Select to see details. How do I learn it? I don't know. Missions, none. Galactopedia, mark all as red. Missions. Why do I have an exclamation point? Oh, combat challenges. Reward available. Kill any creature. I'll claim the reward. Yay! I killed a formidable creature. 4 out of 4. Claim reward. Yay! Crafting challenge. I harvested a mushroom. I harvested 10 mushrooms. I crafted a meat kebab. Don't say it. Crafted a mushroom skewer. I ate a food. I have equipped a Pathfinder and surveyed a survey node. Entertainment. Are you not entertained? Probably not that much. Just guessing. I did what with my meat kebab? With the mushroom tip? Exactly. So, it was a mushroom cap. Big slow wink. You know what I mean? Interesting. The implication here is that I don't know how to make a meat kebab, yet we know that we do because I have made a meat kebab. Fruit jam. Exactly where do I have to jam the fruit? That's a pretty obvious question I have. Crafting. Pardon me on mineralogy. 43. Where's Ranger? That Ranger? Ranger! I'm a Wanger! Maker scanning. Flares, freeze beams, only 320, that's not helpful. Vehicles, xenobiology. Still don't know how to learn a skill. However, is there a trainer? Do I have to go to a training, let's say training kiosk, perhaps? In Star Wars Galaxy, you had to either pay somebody a fair chunk of change or you had to find another player to train you. And sadly, you also had to train other players in things to get your training points that you could spend on skills. Pardon. And so people would always have a skill that they could drop and relearn so that someone could teach it to them so that the other player could get the teaching skill. It was a clumsy, clunky system. I can buy a title. Well, I'm going to buy Cheapskate, obviously. Underdog? Why would you really want underdog? Pardon the yawn. I do like the hacker title for one shy of 1 million Klaatu's. Generic tools, a pulsar, a thunderclap. I'm trying to cut down on the clap, thank you. Homesteader. I think that allows you to claim a homestead that you can build your house on. This feels like this really shouldn't be that clunky. It didn't used to be. If you're too close, it looks like these don't work. You have to back off a little bit to use them. That's not a good implementation. A vendor, and you can buy blocks. Morning to you, Classy Bogan. Alright, this is the various tiers of guns and whatnot. Types. These ones do electrical damage. That one's like a disintegrator, I think. Corrosion. And dots. Hey now. Send this corrosion to me. That's the kinetic energy. That's the one I've already got. That's going to be cold. And that one's going to be fire. Little fire, Scarecrow. Sorry. And this one is crafting basic things. Oil can be made from sedimentary rock or wood. Carbon from wood. Glass from silica. Day is going okay, and I'm working on having it going better. An adult leisure beverage, you know. Okay, make plastic from oil. Carbon from coal ore. Ceramic from clay. Bauxite will give you aluminum. Ammonia will give you ammonium. And this is cooking, I assume. Health booster. Requires meat. Do I have enough meat? I think it probably requires... Yeah, all the meat has to be of the same type. That's the insect raw meat. By the way, ew. The fish meat and the herbivore meat. I'm still trying to find out where I can learn skills. That is the Garden of Re-Life. The Hall of Heroes. Well, I don't know about hero. You know, I'm just doing my part of heroism. Oh, skills. There we go. It's going to help. Learn skill. It's really annoying. If you're too close, it doesn't show up. You have to back away and be in just the right distance. Come on, guys. Jeez. Skills kiosk. Okay, so we've got 226 botany, but the lowest level skills in botany that are theoretically available are 300, so we can't get any of those. Business, we got zippity. Combat, we got 119, but this one don't cost nothing. I will learn ranged. Grenade launcher, sure. I would like heavy machine gun, but that's a work in progress. So pistol, yeah, fine. Are you sure you want to stop practicing pistol? What? Oh, stop practicing is an option. Why is that a thing? No, I don't want to stop practicing. Do you have to pick particular... Okay. Okay, we have 161 because we already had pistol. They weren't selected, but because I was using a pistol, I was racking up pistol XP. I can get double tap as a special attack. Fires a salvo of 2 quick shots. I absolutely want double tap. I now have double tap. Took 120 of my pistol XP. That's fine. Pistol damage, pistol speed. Pistol speed gives us pistol speed 2 and 3, and unload. Evasive reload, presumably while you're reloading, you're dodging. Unload damage increases the damage of unload by an additional 15%. Right, over here we've got Fabricator. You gotta keep them fabricating. Bam, 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 bam. Ranger, 320. That's cooking. Our cooking is 60. Not enough. Ranger. Nope, that's crafting. Our crafting ain't. Humanities. Are you serious? This is the internet. We don't do that on the internet. Are you new here? Mineralogy, 43. Ranger. We have 320. Let's see, we can camp. So we could get camp duration. We can't afford camp size. We can get local waypoint. We can't afford maker scanning. I don't even know what maker scanning does. Well, presumably it allows you to scan makers. Your mileage may vary. Well, let's go ahead and train ourselves up on local waypoint. Create a waypoint of your current location. Sure. So as you can see, eventually anyway, the skill tree will be quite extensive. You're probably wondering why I've called you all here today. Or not. That's another player. That's Michael. Really? You're playing a space game. You've got ability to name yourself anything, anything at all. And you name yourself Michael. The Hall of Heroes. Names of those mighty few who raised Stars Reach up when it needed the most, contributing their own hard-earned revenue to support the game. We're eternally grateful to them and have enshrined their names here for all to see. I wonder if I'm in here somewhere. I have no idea. Are they alphabetical? They're not. I mean, I kickstarted it. So theoretically, I think I should be in here, but I don't know. No, in fact, root beer Regent is not me, despite the fact I am drinking root beer and vodka. Now, mind you, if they have my real name here, I'm going to pretend it's not me because I don't want to dox myself. And who knows, maybe it's already shown up and I'm just playing with you. There was Lord something there. I have to... Oh, Lucy in the Sky. Nice one. Lord Chumley. That's a quality name. I got to give him that. I'm just curious, you know. You wouldn't... The tiles are a nice little conceit, but actually having a list where you could see would be nice too. I'm not sure. This may have been like their first batch of Kickstarters. Nope, I am not there. So I'm not sure exactly what was required to make it into the Hall of Heroes, but I'm not a hero. Why? Leave Lens alone. Actually, probably don't. Let's see. Planet ecology. Server to eat. Which planet is this? I don't think I chose one. Planet ecology. Presumably, I guess the last planet I had. It doesn't specify what planet. Okay, it wasn't the last one I had. The last one I was on had no edicts. Where I think an edict basically means you have extra gathering of those components. It doesn't even tell you what planet. Definitely not the last planet I was on, though, because that one had no edicts. Save real-life pattern, sure. I can now re-life myself here. Doesn't that sound nice? I can fly! Who needs the tethers of gravity upon one, weighing one down, when one can fly like an eagle to the sea? Another player? Simon Birch. Is everyone naming their characters like human names? Are they crazy? Am I crazy? Never mind. That's a gimme. Well, I've got to say, there are definitely some improvements. The graphical fidelity on the planets is a vast improvement. But the movement and combat systems still feel clunky, and the combat system should not interfere as much with the rest of the gameplay as it currently does for the state the game is in. The game right now is... the combat just gets in the way. It seems like the rabbits are freaking attacking you. The deer are powering up attacks. The underwater cows are powering up attacks. The game is not about combat. It is about trying to bring an environment into... oh, I lost exhaustion. An entire ecosystem of players where they do everything in the game, all of those skills in the game. And combat is a significant part, but it's not the be-all and end-all of the game. Just like in Star Wars Galaxies, it wasn't. There weren't that many pure combat skills and skill systems in the game. Now, they've talked about heading towards early access. I don't think they're ready for it. I honestly don't. There's good stuff in the game, but there's also a lot that just doesn't feel ready for prime time at all. So, the game has improved. I don't think it has improved enough that early access should be in play, and I'm afraid that it is. And that might be, if I expect, if they have to do it for monetary reasons, which I understand. I can't say I would be particularly sanguine about the game's future if that's the case. I just don't think there's enough here, and that what's here is polished enough. Sad to say. So, hopefully, either they'll trip over a nice big bag of funding so they can continue their work, or things, will improve overall in game funding. I'm not hopeful for that. And they'll be able to continue development. Because right now, if in fact they go to early access, I don't think their odds are very good. But I am going to call it here for the evening. As always, I want to thank you guys for hanging out here. It really does matter. Thank you. I will not be back tomorrow. I'm taking a day, and I will be enjoying many more of these this evening. And that's part of the reason I'm going to be taking a day tomorrow, but not the only reason. I kind of want a day off too. I'll be back on Friday at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning on Saturday. In Asia, Australia, and New Zealand with my standard pile of bullshit. I'll probably be playing Torchlight Infinite. I may already have a character, leveled up partway, as tomorrow is, I believe, the new season. If you haven't played Torchlight Infinite, note. Yeah, I'm not monetarily shilling for them. I get nothing from this. They wouldn't know me from Adam. But the game is a fun ARPG. They do not do a good job of explaining what all the game systems are. You kind of have to figure stuff out by yourself. But the gameplay is fun. The classes are fun. They've done a lot of really good work. And frankly, their average season is at least as good as most of the PoE or PoE 2 seasons. Actually, I would say they're probably slightly better than historically the PoE 1 sort of lesser expansions. Basically, it used to be every 3 months there was an expansion for PoE 1. They'd have a big expansion and a little expansion. And I would say that the Torchlight Infinite seasons are about the same as the lesser PoE seasons, or better than the lesser PoE 1 seasons. It's a good, solid game. Now, if you really want to push the leaderboards and stuff, you have to pay to win. There are pets that increase your combat ability and increase your loot, and to max out those pets, you have to pay money. But the only money I have put into the game, I put into the game to buy, in the old system, you used to have to collect in-game currency slowly to open up a new character class that you could roll. Now, they're all open except the new one every league. So the only thing I ever did in the past was to unlock character, basically classes. And even then, I think I only did it once, and I still have the funds left over. So that's the only money I've ever spent in the game. It's solid. If you enjoy ARPGs and haven't looked into it, Torchlight Infinite, tomorrow's the new season. So I'll probably be playing that on Friday. Beyond that, I expect a week from tomorrow, I think, is the new Grim Dawn expansion, and I will probably be buying and playing that. Beyond that, I have no idea. There was something else coming, and I can't for the life of me remember what the hell it was, but there was something coming I was interested in. I remember one of them. I've got to check with some of my friends, my online friends, and see if they're interested in The Mound, Omen of Cthulhu. I played that during the Steam Next Fest. That one was interesting. But I'm going to call it here for the evening. Again, guys, thank you for hanging out. Hopefully you will see me soon. Back on Friday. So I hope the rest of your Wednesday and or Thursday goes great. Hopefully you can negotiate the last couple of days as you coast towards your weekend, because you deserve that. I'm back on Friday. Take care. Ciao for now. Bye, guys.